Excitement? Well, we got that in abundance as this Pro Bowl is underway from Orlando, Florida. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
And no doubt about it, it was a banner year for quarterbacks in the NFC. A number of guys could very well have been selected for this. But I thought he stood out. I thought he found a way to separate himself from the pack. And he's been rewarded as the starting quarterback. Proboll, definitely the right choice in my book.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with the Rams' Todd Gurley, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd. And 8.
At the 20-yard line. 58, right over there.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. Think it's intercepted.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. Mixon with a first down carry. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. From the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal. Jackson. And it's caught. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The NFC with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The NFC with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers eluding the pressure right, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers, and he will find Ridley, that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Rodgers again now. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Back out is the AFC offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Here we go. Good team on it. Good team on it. The money. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Set.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Joe Mixon. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, how about that play right there? Party, remember I told you about the home run hitter theory that someone told me years ago?
What's that?
Meaning a guy who hits home runs in the major leagues, go back and trace what he did all the way growing up, probably hit home runs at every level. That's just who he is. Well, this guy sacked people all during the regular season. Why wouldn't he do the same thing here at the Pro Bowl?
Could we get a touchdown to this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They run. It's Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And that's picked up by the AFC. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now it's Jackson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So we've reached halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the NFC going to use a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll run with Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Snead's got it. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run here with Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. This one caught by Ridley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers now to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And the NFC punt team out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Fights loose, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Welcome back live to Orlando. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Welcome back live to Orlando. Jackson. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the fourth. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Needed 16. They got 17 on third down. Jackson now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 41, Jackson got a man. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Mixon. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, blitz coming, and down he goes. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the AFC has taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons. A one-score game as we play here in the 4th.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, it's an exhibition-type game, but as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out, trying to get back on the field and try to help their team win down the stretch.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Rodgers. Was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And he rifles one incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one. and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Eluding and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the NFC going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. They'll roll him out right. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So now let's look at this situation with no timeouts remaining. The offense should be able to just run the clock out.
I know that's what it says on my time management chart up here. And I know a lot of teams are hiring a time management coach who's going to sit in the box, talk to the head coach. And in this situation, if you do anything but take a knee in victory formation, then you're not playing the game right. This game should be over. Take the knee, hold on to the ball.
By the way, so impressive that you do have a time management chart up here.
Listen, you know I can't count. So I need it in a big way. We can't hire anyone to help us out. So hopefully I'm reading it correctly.
So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.